everybody. Welcome to the Atlanta Dreamland podcast again. This is Joshua, ENFP Hoops, joined as always by AmbeeWrites.
What's up?
And as always, we find a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. So we're going to be going through Dream Aces, Heartbreaker, Taylor Mikesell signing, updated power rankings, and who deserves playing time on each team. And then whatever other shenanigans we end up talking about, because we always go somewhere else than playing. So
exactly, per usual.
So let's start with the Aces game. How did you feel overall?
Well, overall, I will say that I love our fight because we do not give up, no matter how terrible it looks. Because it looked terrible, especially the first quarter. I was very heavily concerned. I was with a friend of mine. We went to the game, and she follows, like, she loves basketball. She used to play, and like, I'll take her with me because she's a good basketball mind to have with you. And she doesn't follow like to the letter like we do, but she makes some very astute observations. We were both looking like. Mind you, when the Aces came out, she was like, "Gosh, they're big."
Yeah. And
I was like, "Oh my God, they are big." I was like, "Yeah, girl." And when the game started, like it was a lot of tussling going on. And she was like, "Ooh." So they just gonna let her we ain't gonna get into
I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But I was like,
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you were not playback. But we're not.
If you know, you know.
You know.
But like, she's like, I mean, they have it. It's just they not knocking down shots, and that's literally what it was. They were just not knocking down shots.
Yeah.
Like, the defense was there. They were getting, their opportunities to score. They
Absolutely.
They couldn't get it in the hole, and it was touch and go for a very long time. But when Atlanta turns it on, they can turn it on. And that's the scariest thing about this team to me.
Yeah.
Is that at any given moment, no matter how bad it looks, it can turn around like that.
Exactly. And I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like the Minnesota and Dallas game where the energy seemed off during a cold spurt and everything. Like you said, we were getting looks. Like, I felt the same energy as the Chicago game that helped us win by a good amount over what looks like a good team now. That win looked really good. So, like, we shot 30% in the first half, 3 of 13 from 3. In the second half, we shot 64.7% and 7 of 11 from 3. And I felt like we played the same. Like, it didn't feel like, again, other times where Coach Wright had to, like, inject life into the team. Like, I honestly felt like we played consistently for the most part in both halves. Like, I felt like there's not a lot I would have changed in that first half. We were getting stops. Sure, we had some breakdowns and everything, but it's the Aces. How are you supposed to guard everybody in that lineup?
Yeah, you can't guard 5 players every single minute of the. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. They're gonna get their shots off. But
like you mentioned, we were getting enough stops to be in that game. And if we were close, I think we would have won that game with how we played in the second half, how the shots were falling. If things fell a little more. By the way, this weekend, I don't know which game, but Cheyenne is due for some shots to go down because I feel like in the first half of the last 2 games, she could have like 15, 20 points. I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, there were some shots that she normally knocks down. And either against New York or Connecticut, I would choose New York. She is just going to absolutely go off and show
like
that
she
should
be
rooting for. By the way, preemptively vote her into the All-Star game, Ryan and Alicia. They should already be there. If they're not, reevaluate yourselves.
Exactly.
But yeah, I really think Cheyenne's going to make a case. Like, I'm just expecting a monster game because I could sense like the frustration too. Like, because she knows she can take over games, and I can't wait for
like, literally, like, all this season, she's been on a tear. Like, to be able to get 25 points and 11 boards against a stacked front court like the Aces have is insane.
And what's crazy, like she put up a similar stat line against the Sky.
Mm-hmm.
More easily could have gone to above 30 points in both of those. So Cheyenne is playing at a really high level. So if you're just looking at the box score, like you see someone that's playing really well, but I'm telling you, if you watch those games, she could have done more, and I expect more.
Yeah, exactly.
Haley and both of our big comeback wins has started that little run for us. I really liked her play. Yeah.
She's played great.
AD was playing without hesitation more, like they were in the Chicago game, like they were searching for their shots, felt like they were more in a groove, which was great.
Yep.
Yeah. Who else stood out for you?
Ooh, Alicia. Alicia is just a picture
obviously.
of consistency. Like she's been consistent
all season,
every single game. Like no matter what, even if she's not even shooting well, like she's dishing the ball. She's bored. Like she's playing defense. She's getting boards. So that's always a great sign. Like if a player is not shooting well or what have you, that she's going after it on both ends of the floor. So I would, I'm always like excited about.
And Ryan, the same energy.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's not showing on the stocks as much yet, but you can still feel Ryan's presence on both ends. And you can tell like she's able to play more Ryan basketball than last year because again, so much was dependent on her. And I still feel like we haven't reached the pinnacle.
Even though the shot's not going, she's still doing all the little things that you need.
She really is.
It's like she's still it's like she's still splashing them. She's just not right now.
And even though we both agree that we didn't get the play call we wanted, when Ryan is taking these clutch jumpers, but I do like that it's in her hands. I think it's something that will develop over time, that we give her the looks that she wants to be successful and everything. But I do like, unlike last season, it is in Ryan's hands, and she is going to make teams pay and hurt feelings like we've been talking about wanting in the offseason. Telling you, there's going to be a buzzer beater, and we are not going to be the endearing team. I want you to know that is still the agenda. But it's especially New York on Friday. I was ranting to Amber, and I lost track of time and barely got on here on time. I really want to beat the Liberty. I cannot put into words how much I need the Dream to beat the Liberty on Friday. I don't care.
As do I.
Obviously, I want to beat both the Liberty and the Sun. But I would take Tip getting her revenge and getting 30 points over losing to the Liberty. I can't take
it.
I don't know if you feel the same way.
I do feel the same way. All I need is for us to get that dub. If we can get that dub in particular, I will be unbearable. And I can't wait to be unbearable.
I do not want a buzzer beater on the Liberty. The Sun, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But no.
Liberty, we need to win by 20 points.
That's what I want. So
and it's doable. I'm just saying.
I feel like we can stop them because we blew out the Sky, and the Sky hung with the Liberty both games. So AD revenge game, whatever you want to call it, because they actually have a revenge game because they got traded and then just choose to go to another. Anyway.
Exactly. We could go there, but we won't.
Because the only one who had a revenge game in that Sky Liberty, sorry, I'm going there, is Zika Kone, because she got traded. True. So she would have a little chip on her shoulder. She got waived and then got picked up by the Sky. But that still counts towards, because it wasn't her full-on choice. Sorry, good catch.
Exactly. I got you.
So, yeah. But anyway, I really liked our performance. I'm not going to go into the Kubai subject yet because we're going to jump into Mikesell soon and everything. But there's no one it was similar to the Sky game. I felt like there were people that played better than others, that stood out. But there was no one that had a bad game, and that's great to see. There was good cohesion.
They're playing like a team, which is a great thing. They're playing like a team, so that's all we can ask for right now. We'll get
it really is. And we can beat any team with that, with what we've been showing. So
exactly, we'll be fine.
I like the lineup, and I think we have a shot at both the Liberty and the Sun. But man, beat the Liberty, please.
If nothing else, please. We want to talk all the shit. Thanks.
Yeah, one thing that I want to talk about though before we move on to the Mikesell signing. How do you feel about the minutes distribution at the specifically the 4 positions? So we had Nia Coffey 12 minutes, Naz Hillman 15 minutes, Lorella Kabai 10 minutes, and Monique Billings 15 minutes.
I don't feel like it's enough time to really get a grip. Like, I feel like she could give at least one of the players more towards like 20, just to see like whoever's playing best out of that group, give them a little bit more minutes, because I feel like nobody can well, I'm not gonna say nobody can get in the groove in that amount of time, because they can, but I just feel like whoever is playing the best should be like inched up a little bit in the rotation.
And in my replay,
the
biggest person that stepped up to me did not play much in the second half, and that was Nia Coffey. Like, she drained her 3.
She did knock down some. Yeah,
I liked her defense, and then we didn't like play her in the second half much. Like the Minnesota game, it was obvious who needed to play. It was Naz Hillman, who helped us on that run, got like 10 of our first 12 points in that second half. But correct me if I'm wrong, there was no one that completely stood out like, oh, this is the person that needs to be playing more. Like, again, no one was playing bad, but no one was playing extraordinary, at least to me.
True. Very true. Because I feel like most of the front court production was Cheyenne anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just whoever supported her the best in that moment, because like Cheyenne was going off. But I just feel like, even though I like that it's kind of being evenly distributed a little bit, because I mean you got so many talented 4s, but you know how I feel about Nia. She needs to be at the 3. Yeah. That's just me. I understand. I know Ryan got to get her minutes, but you still probably got about 8 minutes left for somebody else to take. Give them to Nia, and then play her a little bit at the 4. Because you know, Mo and Nas, I feel like, you know, either one of them. But that's just me. You know how I feel about it.
And at least with both of us, I am disagreeing with you more after each game, because it doesn't matter who Nia's matched up with. She is a blocking machine. Like, she has gotten that timing down. Like, she said, like, someone asked her about it. I don't remember which game, but she said it's always been in her bag. Like, it's just been
I'll give you that.
better this season. So, and
I will give you
when you have that, like, it just... Even if you just get one during the game, like, you know, teams are studying film, they're going to be a little more hesitant going to that area of the court unless they have a good look or a good matchup there. And that's what you want out of someone playing the 4. And she's, I believe, still shooting 40% from 3. Like, she's been giving at least one of those a game for us. I still like her. So,
I mean, I like her in spurts.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying too. I do, but I think that blocking element pushes her for me. But that's me. We're gonna have. I'm sure we're gonna be debating this all season.
Season, and that's fine. That's what we're here for.
I just want to say before we move on, I am fine with Nia being in the starting lineup again. And by me saying that, this is probably gonna be the first time that we change the lineup. We're gonna be like, oh, okay, they're fine with it. Let's change it now. So. But anyway,
I mean, maybe we'll see.
So first, before going to the Mikesell signing, I really liked Kubai in that last game, and I will say that was not a foul on Kubai, and that should have been our ball.
It wasn't. I was, like I said, I was there live, and absolutely not. It was absolutely not a foul. There was a lot of stuff that was some questionable calls being made, but we move.
We do. So before I get in the ref rant, I am
because we can go there, but we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to.
I thought she played really well. We gave her crunch time minutes. I don't think. Yeah, she did what we expected her to do. She got boards. I thought she played decent on defense. Yeah. Yep. I don't know what fully went to the decision. So she was going to go to Eurobasket regardless. Like, she's going to be playing for Italy, who Rupert is on as well. So, I mean, Rupert's with France, sorry. So, but both of them will be in the tournament. So, I'll be for both of those teams. So, but yeah, I hope she really gets re-signed. If anything else, like, I don't know what was the reasoning for the decision if we knew we were going to be cutting her, like giving her the biggest amount of minutes she's had. But I will say I really like it for Kubai, and I hope teams that we're watching give her an opportunity when she comes back, because I liked her. I'm glad that we kept her. Like, yeah.
Because she played really well. Yeah. I liked her too. I was just hoping that she would get a little bit more play, but I understand, like, the rotation is very, very, very tight. But at the same time, I mean, I feel like that last game, it was weird because I was like, hold up, are they playing Kubai? And I was like, oh, okay, she's playing. And then the very next day,
because I thought, okay, this is a sign that she played well in practice. We're going to play her more after this. And then, that was one of the most stunning cuts that I've seen from Green in a bit. So, yeah. But on the Taylor Mikesell that we signed today, 18.6 points she averaged in 2022, 17.2 last season, 3.6 3-point makes per game in 2022, 47.5% from three, and then last season 41.4% from three, and 3.2 3-point makes per game. So one of the fastest releases out of the draft class that she's coming out of. Like,
awesome.
Really good shot. So, but what I was talking about in DMs and everything, like, again, she is a W caliber player. If there were expanded rosters, no way the Fever let her go. But love me or let me leave, like that. That's my question too. Like, Kubai was a placeholder. Why do we bring in a rookie? So I don't know what it means. Like, are we just giving someone else another opportunity? Like, and just getting someone else with another jump shot just in case we go cold again? We try bringing someone else, and that was the reasoning? Or were we not getting enough from the roster that at least Coach Wright saw or Pat oversaw too? And this is someone that we're bringing in and giving them an opportunity to be part of our long-term, because this is not a hardship contract.
Yeah.
Like Love Me or Let Me Leave say, this is not a hardship contract. What does it mean? Because if it was the Aerie injury, because thank goodness, first off, it seems like she's okay because we didn't sign a point guard. We didn't go off and get someone like Odyssey Sims or Destiny Henderson. I think we would have done that if Aerie had like a more significant injury. And it was promising she was able to go right back. So I do see the 3-point production, but my problem is, whose minutes is she going to take? Because AD is shooting over 40% from three right now, actually shooting 40% on the nose. And we both talked about, like, their energy on defense has really surprised both of us. That's something that I'm wanting to see improve for Mikesell. Like, it's something that was there in spurts, but it wasn't as consistent as other players in the class for me. Like, I don't think they're on the same level as AD right now, what they're bringing. So what's the plan? There's no way to know.
There really isn't. Or even though Aerie seems to be okay, what about D-Rob? Or who would be because Taylor Mikesell is a guard, so
she's definitely like a pure shooting guard. I wouldn't have her at the point. Like, she did average 2.3 assists, but also had 2.1 turnovers. Like, there were some really good playmaking plays she did, but it's also still working on like having consistent decision making. So that may be part of her bag. The more she plays professional basketball and gets
Or
the
maybe
focus.
it's to free up Haley. I don't know. I'm
Be,
struggling with
but
it.
yeah. So we're not
We're
not going to know. I'm very curious how minutes distribution is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I can, like we talked, it's not confirmed. Love me or let me leave. But I really think, and again, I don't know the moves we make sometimes. I don't know what goes into them, so I can't speak with 100% confidence. But if I feel like if Ari was not okay, we would have gone a point guard. Mikesell is not a point guard. I don't see her as that. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, like
your guesses are as good as ours. Like, we don't know. But I feel like, yeah, like Steve said, like 3-point production, especially like when we go through those cold spurts, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, hey, let's put someone else in since our shots aren't falling. Here's someone else we can put in, and maybe it gets us going and like it gives us a little jump start and everything. So it could be that.
It could be that, but then why not go with the more established player?
That's why I was wondering too, because what we did last year, and the only time I can think of signing a rookie that wasn't in training camp, and I don't think Jalen Agnew was with us in training camp during our Wubble season. It's someone we picked up.
I don't remember.
But she was drafted by the Mystics, I want to say. And then she was on the roster with us. But as far as like making rookie pickups, like as hardship deals, like even last year under the same coaching and management group, we went with like more established players, like when we had injuries. We did not go for rookies. Like,
maybe it's a cap situation, but
I really like Abby Myers too. I like her complete game more, but like Mikesell is a really good shot shooter too, and she does have like really good defensive spurts too. Like I get it, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting a guard. I'll be honest. I was expecting another front court player or maybe even like a 3. I don't know, but I wasn't expecting another shooting guard. But that's the only thing I can think of. We brought someone else in who has a lightning quick release and can bring that up. So
I guess
I don't know. So we're gonna see.
We shall see.
As for anybody that joins the dream, we want them to succeed. We want to get as many wins as possible. If they're going to help us do that,
it's all love.
That's what we want. So
exactly. Very happy for her to be on the team. Because when you get cut, you never know if you're going to get picked up. So this is good for her. And we're happy to have her. We just trying to figure it out.
We're just trying to figure out what the overall plan is. Yeah. And last year, like, we went with someone who was there in training camp, Maya Caldwell, throughout our hardship situations and everything. And this one, again, would not be a hardship. Like, before Rupert comes back, we have to get rid of one player to get back to 12. We have no idea who's that's going to be. There's been no indication. So, yeah, that's what we would want. Like, if she goes out and plays really well, then we're happy and excited. So
exactly.
Yeah. We're just trying to fully see it. But yeah, like I was thinking if we went for a point guard, it was going to be Pivot like we had out of Oregon State. I know we cut her pretty early in camp because Caldwell went all the way to the last day. I remember, like the last day of cuts. So, I don't know.
But
10.
here we are.
Yeah, I believe we're at 10, but to get a hardship, like you'd need to be at 8, I believe. So we weren't anywhere close to that situation. There hasn't been a timetable like D-Rob, like it's just before All-Star break. That's the closest timetable we've gotten. So I don't think she's out for the year. But again, if there were concerns at point guard, we would have gone a true point guard. So I don't know. But I hope this works out. And I'm not going to go into this too much. But there's another rookie we have that we're already not playing.
I mean,
and again, I'm not going to go But
we don't have to go too far because we've been there. We've been there. We've done that, but it's still like, so we just okay.
Yeah. So
Don't know.
Yeah, I just know it would make us and other fans feel a certain way if they immediately played and there was someone who's been in camp with us the whole time and hasn't played
It could be a
that
really
much.
big backfire. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm worried about. So yeah, all my question marks. Again, like I thought we were gonna get a different position, but Mikesell is a great player. My biggest things are more the last thing I brought up, like what's it going to indicate and everything, and then second, like how we're going to use her, like whose minutes they take up and everything, like how they fit. So yeah. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. But where do you want to go next? Do you want power rankings, or do you want to go to players you want to see get more minutes on each team?
How about we go with power rankings? I want to go ahead.
Power rankings first. Okay, I am so curious. And mine are controversial. I am not going to lie.
They're always controversial.
Well, when I go power rankings, I just want to give a heads up. I definitely go towards recency bias more than the entire season, especially early on where there hasn't been time to get like established trends. So until we get to like 10 games, I'm not going to really have a whole lot of consistency. So 3 through like 9, I could see people having different orders and I won't complain much. It's only 1 and 2 and 10 through 12 that are fixed for me. Anything else could have,
Yep.
Why are you bringing food takes into this? Anyway.
Like it.
Did your number 1 stay the same? Okay.
Number 1 probably will remain probably the entire season, but this is where we're at right now. Yeah, they're not moving anytime soon, probably.
And I don't know, like, I was trying to think if, because they had close games against us and the Fever. I'm going to go through it in minutes distribution, but there's a point that you brought up that I think is what's holding the Aces back from being the juggernaut they can be, because I think they're going to get better as the season goes, and they're going to be blowing out more teams
I think I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, I think you do too. So, but I do not think the Aces have done their whole peak.
Nope.
And there are teams that have been staying close that may not be later in the season and stuff. Like, they are going to be a well-oiled machine later on. Like, yeah. I don't think this is going to be a trend that the Aces being in close games. Like, it's going to be an honor to be in a close game with them, and it will get viewers like, oh my gosh, the Aces are actually in a close game. I think we're going to get closer than that than what we've seen so far. It sounds like you agree. So.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, did your number 2 stay the same?
Not this week. Not this week. I had to bump the Sun up a little bit.
Okay, so you had the Sun at number 2.
Just a little tiny bit. They're getting some pretty nice wins out there. I mean, it's a little touch and go sometimes, but they've been consistent-ish. As consistent as they could be. I mean, AT is playing out of her mind, which is really nothing new, but she's playing like MVP type level, which is concerning. For teams that are going to be playing against her. She's a handful already. She's trying to extend the range, even though, her shoulders are not, she's been struggling with those shoulders for a minute, but she's expanded that range though. So,
and her passing's been ridiculous. Like, I must say, like,
ridiculous. It's very, very scary. And Tip is playing her role. She's doing she's doing extremely well. And she felt like they melded together a lot better than I thought they would. Even though Bree Jones is not having the best of seasons so far, but they've been looking pretty good.
So, Amber, do you think we have a lot of Sun fans that listen in?
I don't really think we do.
Okay, I don't think so either. So if we do, I apologize to the Sun fan. So first, I agree with everything Amber said. There's players that are stepping up. They're doing what they do to need to win games. But this team is acting like that they're the aces from last season where they can ride their starters, and I'm letting you know your starting lineup is not that great. You could have lost to the Lynx. You definitely could have lost to the Wings that last game. A different place it turned out. You are not the aces last season. No Leah Brown minutes after you gave her more of an opportunity. No Ty Harris minutes. Dejanay limited minutes. You're not playing Olivia Nelson-Adota.
That's wild.
My gosh.
It's wild.
You have good depth pieces, and you're not using them, and it is going to bite you in the butt starting this week. I hope it's to us, too. I don't know who you're playing. Like, I did not look at the Sun schedule this week, but I have them at number 2 because you have to. They're 6-1. But I'm letting you know I am selling on the Sun. I do not buy their start.
I feel
they are still like a competing for home advantage team, but they are not number 2, and they are not on the same level as the Aces from this season or last. And so
because like I echo those sentiments as well, because honestly the only reason I did give them number 2 is because the rest, like everybody else is like more in a dogfight, and the Sun have won more games. They deserve to be at number 2.
But
but everything you said was completely right, because I could have went there and I didn't, but I'm glad you rang the alarm. Thanks. You did.
Number
I didn't
3 have to. I think you're going to be surprised what I did, but who do you have at number 3?
I have the Sparks at number 3.
I do too.
Let's go. Look at us. Look at us.
I can't believe we had the same again so far. Wow.
Really? Because we're normally like.
Why do you have the Sparks at number 3? Besides you being a little bit of a homer and stuff, like.
Because I love them. Oh, well, really. Listen. They have been playing amazing ball. Now, granted, they did win against the Mercury and the Storm, which they should have done.
Yeah.
But the quality of the Wings is very, I guess, it makes me feel better than I was last year. Like, I don't know if this is just that I'm in the glow of us having a shiny new coach who is actually, like, they're actually, like, playing like a team.
Yeah.
The stars are playing like they're supposed to. Everybody's stepping up in ways that they just didn't last year. And I don't know if that's what it is for me. But, like, everybody looks locked in. And the main girl that I want to talk about is Logo Lexi Brown.
Yep, I knew you wanted to talk about her.
Logo Lexi. That is my name for her and my name only for her. But sis had 26 points.
Yeah.
26. The game tire and the game closer in that Mercury game. Like, she's been playing out of her mind.
She really has been. She's the reason why they hung in that first Aces game too.
Like really?
Yeah.
She's been the X factor for them. Not only that, but NECA's been playing MVP type level. I think she's due for a triple-double because she's really been dishing it out as much as she's been scoring, which is insane. Like, I think the last game she had like 6 assists. No, that was the Mercury game where she had 6 assists. Then the last game she had 4. And I'm like, yo, this is a little different. She's actually grabbing boards again. Like, they look amazing. Granted, they're supposed to against those two teams, but if you can weather Jewel Lloyd scoring 37 points, because that could have went very wrong.
It really could have.
And Storm, literally.
And that's what stepped up the Sparks for me too. Like, it's just their cohesion when they don't have all the pieces together. Like, JT seems really close to coming back. I haven't heard anything on Azure, but I'm getting vibes that JT is going to be in the lineup really soon. And I just I don't know, everybody seems to know, like, their role within the system. Like, no one's, like, overextending themselves, really.
They're not.
Like, I've liked how Jordan Candace played. I've loved how Clarendon's played. I'm sad about Carly leaving because of the hardship ending. Like, I hope the Sparks are able to pick her up again. I honestly would find a way to make that happen. Because she fit really well. But this could be, I will say, this could be an increased role for Zaya. This could be an opportunity for her to really step up.
And she's played well.
Because she only played like 10 minutes last game. So, like, that definitely won't happen this time. So,
and the thing about Zaya for me as well is that even though she might not get as many minutes right now in these last couple of games, like, she's made them count when she's really gotten in the game.
So, I agree.
She's made them count, yeah. And Sinead has been playing really good, too.
It's number 4, we're not going to be the same. I'm hoping, but, we gotta differ a little bit.
Yeah, we got to depart, Because
we were too close last week. Yeah. It felt a little weird.
Yeah, who do you have?
So, what put the Sparks at number 3? They were shorthanded and they won back-to-back games. But in my opinion, no one should have to win back-to-back games. I was going to push the Mystics back further. But again, it's really hard to judge someone too critically when the Lynx almost knocked off the Sun prior. I know it was their first win. But I'm giving the Mystics the benefit of the doubt for another week. I do have concerns on rotations, bench players stepping up, not taking EDD and Shakira out at the same time for long durations, but I still think they're the number 4 team. I want them to be more because I really like the composition of their lineup. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I wish that I had, done that, but I just couldn't do it this week. I got the Liberty at 4. The Liberty at 4. Even though I am going to
stun you where I have the Liberty. But go ahead.
Because I know you did something shady. But yeah, I got the Liberty at 4. If I could have bumped them lower, I would have. Because let's be for real, the Sky probably should have won both games, and they really should be on a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah,
they should be on the 2-game losing streak at this point. Because like you, how big was the lead? Like 19.
19. Yep, at 2 different times. Like I think it was in the second quarter and then in the third quarter.
3 different times. Yeah,
3 different times. You might be right. So I
want to say it was 3, and
it wasn't like it was a short thing and then the Sky came back. Like this was a long time that the Liberty were in full control of this game.
Yes, honestly, because like there's look at the material. Like honestly, if I
by the way, Sky PR killed it. I love their posts.
I saw that.
They had me laughing out loud for multiple. Like they are the PR of the week because we didn't have that award, but we had to make it because they blew it out of the park. I loved it. They were bigger trolls than me. That takes a lot. Yes. I appreciate
that. That's a whole lot. Because honestly, but yeah, like the Liberty, like they're it's giving fraud a little bit. But they do have a talented roster, and I feel like they're going to get some wins that they probably shouldn't because they just have too much talent. But that's why I got them at this week.
Okay. Number 5.
I got the Sky at number 5. They didn't move.
Yep, same here.
They didn't move only because I just like it's really a talent thing for me right now. They have a lot of talent, but I still just feel like where I put them is I put them below the Liberty, even though they beat their 1-1 in that series. It's just the talent level is different, but they played extremely well in both games. They did, I must say. Even though they had like a huge deficit to overcome in the last game, like they battled hard. Kyle was like, listen, absolutely not. We're not doing this.
In that third quarter, oh my God.
Man, when I tell you, sister went out there and let them have it. She let them have it. She was like that. She hadn't even been like scoring as much as she normally had been in previous years. But she went out there and dropped 28?
I think you're
And I
right.
was
Yeah,
like,
like.
okay, Carden woke up. So what we
And
gonna do
I counted
now?
them out. We were watching on playback. We're like, oh, we're moving early from this game after the before going into halftime, we're
Yeah.
switching. And then as soon as it got down to 12, I'm like, hold on a second, what is going on today?
Exactly.
Yeah, and the difference between like what happened with the Storm and what the Sky were able to do, they have multiple people that have shown they can go off consistently and take over games, and the Storm, they have a lot of people that are still like they're getting like their first opportunities being in like key roles and stuff, and like the Sky, they have Courtney Williams that absolutely killed it in the fourth, and they're another team like the Sparks, like a bunch of players who know their role and don't try to overextend themselves too much. Like
exactly,
just incredible team effort. Like, yeah,
I
you
love
can't
it.
talk too bad about the Sky. Like, I almost moved them behind Atlanta, but just how they played with the Liberty, like there was just no way. Like that was just a good effort. We don't have the wins yet to put us ahead of them. After this week, we could, but like they played phenomenal against the Liberty. Like you said, they could have won both of those games. So yeah, fully buying into it. The front court was a major question, and E-Will has
she dotted the I's across
beyond expectations. Exactly, like incredible. And then just like role players like Anikwe, like stepping up big, and
I'm telling you.
And then Smith has been like all of a sudden just a sharpshooter too. Like it's been fun to watch, like just different players elevate their game. So yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Who do you have at 6?
That's where I had the Mystics.
That's where you had the Mystics. Okay.
I am a little afraid. They have all the talent in the world, but they have not been playing up to their potential. I had them like so high on them the first week. Oh, they beat the Liberty. Oh, this is about to be the number 2 team.
Yeah.
And they have
fully
not
bought
played
into that
up.
too.
I mean, we all bought into it because I'm like, I mean, look at the material. They beat them handily. It wasn't just like a 1 or 2 point game. Like, no, they beat them by at least 15 points? Like 16
I think
points?
It ended up being like 12, but they were up by like close to 20 at spurts. Lakin has been telling me like they need a trade to shake things up before this goes in a direction they don't want.
They probably
I can kind of see it.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. I know who she wants to, and I'm fully on board with that. But yeah, it's just not been looking like a contender like I thought they would be.
I'm giving them one more week.
See, I feel you want to give them another week, but like honestly, right now, I'm just trying to gauge within the last week, and they had to drop for me. Okay. I hated it, but they had to drop for me.
No, it makes sense. Like again, 3 through 9 for me, I'm not gonna have much arguments because they were all really close to me. I switched the order a lot, but at number 6, I have Atlanta.
Okay.
I really liked how we've been playing. Again, like I want to see how these lineups work and everything, but like we've been playing really hard. We could have won that Aces game. We looked really good against the Sky. Like we're starting to get the energy that I thought we were going to get. So if we keep playing the way we are, like I think we can get a split this weekend. Again, I want that Liberty win. If we're gonna split, I want the Liberty win. But I would still be happy with the Sun. But yeah.
Yep.
I just feel like the pieces are starting to click together. And yeah, I'm buying into it, and I'm definitely not feeling as gloomy as I was after that Lynx game. And yeah, we're hitting our stride again. It was just a cold spurt that killed us again, but it was a different vibe with that cold spurt because we were playing well with energy. I feel like most of the game. So yeah.
Yep. I feel you. Well, that's who I have at my number 7. I had to put them there because I feel like they showed me a lot in that win against the Sky, because the Sky have shaken out to be a pretty good team, and they shut them down on all fronts. Like nobody could get a good shot off. Like they were swarming on defense. Like they looked really good. And for them to put up the game that they put up against the Aces, they got so close. So I mean, I'm already bought in. I've been bought in. I just want to see them move back up to where I had them.
Exactly, because we think, again, we know this team can be a home court advantage team. So
exactly, they can be, and I'm really excited to see how they're gonna how everything's gonna go these next few games. But yeah, I'm locked in, so I got them at 7 for right now.
Okay.
How about you?
Respectable. 7 for me. I have the New York Liberty.
You are so petty, but let's all right, talk to me.
Because again, there is not a lot of bounce. I understand that they beat the Sun, but they don't play their bench. If they had, they would have beaten them. They got blown out by the Mystics. That game was in control. They could have lost to the Storm.
True.
They could have lost to this guy that first game.
Honestly,
I'm not buying them. And I'm not buying. They're making me more mad than the Sun with their lineups. Because Marine should be starting. I don't care that she's just getting back and stuff. Like, she is clearly, like,
but
this is a lot. This is a lot for me to say because you know how I don't like the Liberty. Mm-hmm. But Johannes is a full-on superstar. Like, the things that she pulls off, like, it's not just their passing game, it's how, like, she puts herself in scoring positions. Like, she is incredible. Like,
she is. That we can agree on.
They're just a different team. So
they are.
They don't play Han, who is their second-best center. I do like Sabali, too. But Han played so well last year. Like, everyone's saying free Han, you're right. I know we're going to be going in the lineup, so I'm going a little too far into that, so let me just move on. But super teams do not blow 19-point game leads at home. They don't.
Not at home. And you got a point.
And you know what? You know they should be concerned about the Dream, like because we played them close.
They should.
But they better not overlook the Lynx, else they're going to come in with a 2-game losing streak. Because I'm not buying them. They better show me something. They probably will, and I'll probably be like, oh, I have the Liberty at 2. But I'm hoping I'm right because I try to, in my power rankings as well, like try to think like, okay, how's the next week going to go too with how they're looking? And I'm not buying them. I'm starting to see some different body language too. I'm already seeing what we were foundation for the season that we were talking about was going to happen, and it's happening earlier on than expected.
Yep.
I want to see what happens this week. And a loss to the Lynx and the Dream back-to-back would be hilarious. Anyway.
It would. So I must say.
Lakin, I absolutely want to put them at 12.
So, exactly. If he had a choice, he would have put them at 12. And I feel
they are 4 and 2.
But
7 is the furthest I can push them, though. Yeah.
I mean, 7 is pushing it a lot, but
just wait till after this week, because Friday is a given. You can put that in ink. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'm hoping they can keep at 7 or lower for the next power rankings next week. But who do you have at number 8?
So petty. I have the Wings at 8.
I don't like I have the Wings at 8 too.
They play pretty decently. It's just that they haven't taken like a huge leap like they could. I really love their coach though. I love Coach Trammell. I think she's amazing. I think that she's got like who like you think Enrique play defense? Like what's going on? She's not taking as many crazy shots.
Playmaking has been like good. Right. If you watch a full Wings game, like she's making some good reads and stuff. Like I feel like Enrique is playing better. So
she is, and that's scary.
And Satu, oh my god,
Satu is playing amazing. So I don't know, man. It's just for me, I see them. They could easily be pushed up And they can easily go
She
to
does
other
love me or let me leave. This season, I have seen it more too. Amber's not lying. I have seen
a little
more
bit
consistency. Like, she's contesting shots.
Actually,
yeah.
Trying.
And Satu,
And
I've been
weird.
waiting for her to get the opportunity, and I'm so excited for her. And she uses her bench for the most part well. Like, people are getting minutes. Like,
it's looking okay.
I know. I really hope Crystal Dangerfield, because she's a big part.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's what had them not be the same against the Sun, because there was a difference. Like, it just missing one of your ball handlers, that's going to make an impact. So
yeah, and it could go the other way a little bit, but I still feel like they're consistent enough to be in the playoffs.
Me too.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So who do you have at number 9?
So I have the Fever at 9.
Me as well.
Because even though they haven't won but one game.
We don't need to talk about that one game.
We don't have to talk about that one win. But they have had some great showings against some great teams.
They really have.
They were literally like but they had a huge lead on the Aces.
They did.
And they
were doing everything I wanted us to do.
Everything right.
Yeah.
Almost everything right. Except win the game.
Yeah.
But it's like at this point, like what I don't know what it's gonna take for them to take that leap to actually be
easier
like
schedule. That's
okay,
it for me.
I give you that. But they're gonna be knocking out some teams that they probably shouldn't even be winning against, and that is a scary thing.
It really is. And Lakin, more on her later. Definitely more on her later. So
we can talk about her, but
Kelsey Mitchell does not want to lose. I've loved there's a fire in her this season. Like, she was already playing all-star level last season, but you can tell there's hope that she has this season, that this team can do stuff. Like, she believes in the pieces. Like, timeout. I love that moment where Wheeler put her head back. That was endearing. Like, man,
because she played hard as hell.
She played hard as hell.
They were still in it. They were still in it. Like, that could have been a blowout, and nobody would have been talking about it. But they played hard as hell. And that wasn't the only team that they played well against this week.
It's not. So, yeah. I just felt, for me, I wanted to put them in the playoffs too, but it's like, who was I going to take out?
Exactly. That's the thing.
And they only have one win right now. I'm telling you, I want to see what they do against other competition, and then put some wins together. Like,
It's coming.
I had them in the playoffs before the season. I really think they're going to be there. I just really do. So
they could very well sneak in there.
But who do you have at 10?
So at 10, I have the Mercury.
Darn it, me too. We're too close.
Damn, we are very close this week. The Mercury, they haven't showed me anything. Like, they kept it close with the Sparks, but the Sparks delivered those knockout blows, and they couldn't stop Lexi, and they couldn't stop NECA. They had Chanae in hell, but that's because she was guarding Brittany Griner. And to be fair, nobody can guard Brittany Griner. So, I mean, yeah. But what else have they done? They have showed me
I honestly don't know. Like, it was a surprise to me. Like, oh, we're going to overtime. Like, because I thought the Sparks played better. Like, the Mercury just hung around. Like, they did the plays to hang around, but at no point did I feel like they were just dominating any game that they've been in, besides that Lynx game where they did in the first half. But yeah, so I'm not buying them either. Yeah. I almost put my 11 team ahead of them. I have loved how Seattle's played. Like, they played Dallas to the buzzer beater. Like, they played New York all the way to the end too. New York pulled a little away at the end and everything, but they obviously played LA really close too. Like, this is not a team that's just going to go down and accept their lottery fate, especially Jewel Lloyd. So
at all. At all.
And they might.
Well,
I would not be surprised the Mercury made a trade either like him. Yeah.
honestly. But my 11 is the Lynx this week. They moved up one. They
Okay.
moved up one little spot.
So you're
Only
putting
because they got a
Seattle?
win. The only reason that I did that is because the Lynx finally got a win. But do not make any mistake in thinking that I believe in the Lynx more than I believe in the Storm.
Okay.
Don't
that
get
makes
it
me at
twisted.
least feel better. Okay.
Because
Then we're cool.
reason I put them because of one win. That's literally the only thing that separates.
And speaking of players willing their teams to win, Fee, my gosh, Nafisa Collier has just
really
been incredible.
Been
I've liked
well.
Juha's getting more minutes. Like, yeah. But
that's all I got to say about them. They won against the Mystics.
I think they're firmly a lottery team, though. So
yeah, they are firmly a lottery team. But yeah, the Storm are my 12. I love them dearly. If they could have won, listen, you know I love my Sparks. You know I love them through and through. If the Storm had been playing against any other team, I would have been cheering for Jewel Lloyd wholeheartedly. Because I was still rooting for her, and it really sucked that it had to be against us. And that
she played so incredible.
Because she played so well.
She's deserved to be leading a team for a bit, and yeah.
She deserved it. She's deserved it. And I was like so heartbroken that she lost that game because she played so well.
She put it all out there. Yeah, I agree.
37
and I felt
points
Jade.
Nothing to
I felt bad
at.
for Jade at the end too.
I felt bad. I felt really bad for her too. But yeah, it was just, if it had been against any other team, I would have really put all my energy into the Storm.
But Lakin Jewel is not that type of player. They would have to decide, like, hey, we want to invest in getting draft picks right now.
Very true.
We're gonna trade. We're gonna trade you. Like, it would be a very mutual thing. Like, they would make like a big PR event out of it. She's just not the type that's gonna be like, hey, trade me. Like, no.
I
think she loves Coach Quinn. Like, yeah.
I do. So, but
yeah,
it's all love. I love the Storm. I just want them to get that first dub. Once they get that first dub, I'm moving them back to where I had them. But yeah, that's my rankings for the week.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you got.
I will post those later. So
yes.
Yep. But okay, we'll do our dream predictions offline, like on who gets the stat things and everything, because we're already at an hour. Let's go to the who deserves more playing time, and we'll end on that.
All right, bet.
Some of these are going to be some interesting takes from me too. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll go in alphabetical order, and we'll start with Atlanta.
Y'all should know who I want to play more.
Okay, who's your number one?
My number one player that needs to play more is Letitia Amir.
Yes.
I want to see her play.
By the way, most picks that you're going to do, I'm going to pick two, but I'm going to pick another player just because most teams have multiple players. Yeah, because, but yes, me here, oh my gosh.
Just give us we had a little sample size in that Sky game. She didn't score, but damn it, those 2 blocks that she had on one possession.
And they gave her,
not 2
when I looked at the box score, they gave her 1 block, and yeah, I guess they took one away.
I don't care.
So, anyway.
I don't care. It was 2. Well, it was a deflection and a block. It was. Come on now. Give us something. Give us something. I don't get it, but here we are.
For my second one, I'm torn between Haley and Nas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go Haley. I really liked what she's seen, and I wasn't able to put it into words until we were watching a game, and, there was other good point guard play we were seeing, and, this is what I like about Haley, because, something she's really good at is, she won't pick up her dribble until she's in a good position to either shoot the ball or she has the feed that she wants and everything. I feel like she's been so good at just her ball handling skills and then not stopping until she's in an ideal position on what she's going to do next. She's thinking ahead. She's already shown some veteran glimpses. People have
Yes.
said, like, Nas talked about her, like, going in, like, she brings a lot herself from what she learned at Stanford and everything. Like, she's already bringing a lot to the table, and yeah, I would not be surprised if she's eventually a top 5 point guard in this league. Like, I am seriously really liking what I'm seeing. So it's more like, again, I like what Ari provides too. It's just, again, we see her as more of a 2. I like her defense. I absolutely think she deserves to be on the team and playing 20 to 25 minutes.
Absolutely.
It's more Haley doing more for me at that point position. Like, it just feels like it is her position and everything. Like, it's what she's comfortable in it, and she plays it really well. Almost any team right now, I would want her being a starter. Like, a lot of teams right now, I would want her taking up that role. I could use her and regret not picking her up earlier. So, yeah. So I have her. I'll ultimately pick her, but Nas, if we get more games like the Minnesota game, she's definitely there. So.
Oh yeah, easily.
So Chicago, and that Chicago was with the KAH.
Exactly. If I am Chicago, I'm playing Dana Moore. The only reason she was missing in, like, I know she had a little illness. I feel like I hope she gets better. That's number one. Because big love with Dana, but Dana just plays so well on both ends of the floor. Like, offensively, she can shoot the lights out. She can dish the ball. Easy. Like, that's neither here nor there, but her defense is what I love the most. Defensively, she is all over the floor. So, I mean, you know how I feel about Ballhead Dream.
Yeah.
And his decisions. He's made some decent decisions, but he's made some crazy ones too. And the main one is not playing her more. Like, her energy is insane, and I would love to see her out on the floor more. But yes,
I will say, like, they don't get blown out by the Liberty because, like, they would have changed pace. Like, they would have brought her in to, like, change the momentum and everything, and then we don't have the same type of game and everything because it would be more like the first game. I still think it would have probably been a close game, like, with the moments and everything, but yeah. It's just, it doesn't get to the point where it's a 19-point lead. Like, I honestly think she makes that much of an impact. Like, it's just so huge having 2 point guards, and that's why I'm worried about the wings. Like, you know, if Robinson went down, we had Haley and Ari when she went down.
Yeah.
Like, Dallas, what other ball handler? Like, Enrique's been doing better at passing. That may be put to the test more. But, yeah, like, Chicago just having, like, that true point guard in Dana, and then just other people that can take up that role. I've been impressed with Court's playmaking at times. Like, yeah.
Yeah, she's a pretty good playmaker.
But
Court is like top 5 right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Kone, like, got played more early on, but it feels like Wade's been going away from her because, like, she's still learning and everything. She makes some rookie mistakes, but she's a rookie. You picked her up. You talked about her being, like, lottery pick potential and, like, generational. So you better play her more than she's been averaging 3.7 minutes the last 2 games. Like, I'm not a fan of that. Like,
yeah.
I feel like, and Lakin, the wings maybe should have considered keeping Abby. But we moved.
Definitely. Yeah.
But yeah. I just hope they played her more. They played her more in the first one. I almost got a double-double. So I would just like to see her more because that's something that I agree on with Wade. Like, her potential is through the roof. Like, I really like her. Who do you pick for Connecticut? There is a lot of options.
So many. But my main one is Ty Harris.
6.2 minutes is her average for the last 2 games.
You got to be bullshitting me.
I am not.
Oh, my God. That just makes it worse. Because, listen, for one, I've been a fan because, like, the last couple of years, she's been in that hellhole of a Dallas Wings organization. Yes, I'm saying it. But it's like you went from that situation to this situation. You got extended, and they're still not playing you for no real reason.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Not a point guard.
Yeah.
They're playing more.
Yeah, I get you.
Gives you so much, like a true point guard. Like Ty Harris is a true point guard. She facilitates really well. She knows how to pick and choose when to shoot, when to pass. She sets the offense. Like, I don't understand why everybody's going away from playing true point guards. I think that's what it is mostly. I feel like people, like most of the coaches are like looking at, well, everything's going positionless. And I was like, no.
Yeah,
point guards
I
are
agree.
important.
And that's something I respect of the Dream. Like, we're playing point guards at the point guard position for the most part. And that's something I've liked from the Wings more. Like, they've been doing Dangerfield and Burton and stuff. So, and like the Sparks, they believe in having point guards too, and multiple of them, and Canada cleared it. And I think, obviously the Aces with Plum and Gray. Like,
and it's been working, and that's why they're so successful.
I think those are the teams that like have multiple ball handlers, like are the most successful and true point. Like at least having one that's a true point guard is huge. Like man, so many different directions. Like Ono, Carrington, Leah Brown. I'm going Ono, especially when Jones has like not had the season she's won it yet. Like something that made Connecticut so good last season, they had like that 3-player monster rotation, and I thought Ono was going to be the next player that was going to be a part of that. Like I really liked what I saw in spurts with the Sparks, and I thought she was going to take that next level this season. They haven't given her a chance. She's averaged 10.2 minutes per game the last 2 games. So, like, again, this is not a team that's on the same level as the team that won the championship last season.
No.
And eventually they're going to be forced to play these players. They're going to have an awakening. I think it's going to happen. But, yeah.
Yep.
Obsession with 3-point shooting, you might be right. I don't know.
Could very well be.
Dallas, who we both agree we did not have as many gripes.
Not as many.
But who's yours?
But my main one is Awak.
Yep. She's averaged 9.6 minutes the last 2 games.
You have to give her the opportunity.
I agree, especially with
lanky,
McCallum out. Yeah.
Yes, you have to give her a little bit of run. Like she can shoot the ball. You know, she has a lot of defensive potential. Like she's not the best defender, but she had like you got to give her some run to see what she can do. Like she's one of those players. Like she's a naturally gifted player. Like when she learns to play to her strengths, then she'll be up and at them. She's gonna go because she can. But she just don't have enough opportunity to really, develop as much as I would like to.
I think it was time to move on from Charlie and Awak personally.
Probably.
Like, because they had gone different directions. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like she was on the outside looking in. It was time to move on from her too. But I hope she succeeds there and everything. Because, because her teammates, I can tell her teammates like her a lot and she likes the team she's on. So I do appreciate that. I wanted to see, like, get some run too because I see so much potential. Mine is Jasmine Dickey. I know I'm biased because it's one of my favorite players, but she's led the team in plus minus in the last 2 games that they won, and these last 2 games she's averaged 8.3 minutes. So you gotta play her more.
Yeah. You do
for what she does on both ends. So, but Indiana, I only have one player on here, so let me go first, and then you can pick someone else.
Go right ahead.
And that is Grace Berger. Like,
and I completely agree
gosh.
With you. Yes.
Like, she has played really well. Like, I'll be honest, I was one of the people that was not buying into her as someone that was going to work out in the W. I was like, you know what? She knows what she can do and everything, but I just don't see her being better than other players. And I am already going to call myself wrong because starting in the Dream game, like she made she just makes the right decisions, like similar things I talked about with Haley, like just has like good instincts, and she deserves to be playing more than the 11.2 minutes she's averaged the last 2 games. So yeah, she should be in there. But go ahead and pick someone else for the Fever.
I'm gonna say Maya Caldwell, because we love Maya here.
We do.
Wish she were here, but she just brings so much to a team. Like, she can go out there and score with the best of them. She can play defense with the best of them. Like, she was really looking like a number 2 to Ryan in some spurts last year.
She was.
They were going neck and neck. She looks
really
like a special player. So
I agree.
Trying to find her footing here,
and she's been kind of invisible, how she's been used. And hold on, I'm pulling up her game logs really quick. Yeah, 24 minutes the first game, 11 minutes the second game, 9 minutes the third game, 18 minutes, and then 2 minutes against the Aces.
Wow.
So all over the place. So they were putting more into her, and then
they just kind of went away from it. And I don't know what's going on there, but personally, what we know she can do.
I agree. She started off 2 of 10, so that didn't help like the first 2 games and everything. But just the energy she plays with, like, I don't know. I don't think you can keep her down for long. So I agree.
You can't.
Now this next one, I have 2 controversial ones. Las Vegas is one of them. And I'm going Candace Parker.
I can see it.
She has played 23.3 minutes, and it's like what prompted is what you were saying. Like, she's just not, I don't know, like thinking this is like her team and everything. Like, she keeps thinking it's other people's teams and not remembering.
She's deferring a lot.
She's CP3. They brought her in for a reason. Be CP3, and that. Part of that is playing her more. Like last year, even she averaged 28 minutes. So I want her getting closer to that, where she's at least playing above 25 and showing her like she's one of the key cogs of the team. Like, it just feels like there's too long of spurts where she's not like a vocal point, and I don't notice her and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I want to see her more. Like,
I would too, but I feel like she's kind of deferring a little bit because she knows it's Asia's team. And she wants to respect her, that's great. That's great. That's a great sign of a great teammate. But you have to be Candace Parker as well. You have to be Candace Parker. You don't, like, she's been able to play with many a superstar. She's done it.
Exactly. And she stands out still. So
she still stands out. Like,
so encourage her to do it.
That girl, she's that girl. I totally agree. But let's see. If I had to pick somebody. I mean, I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna do a cop out because I could just say, Bay, but Bay has not been playing. Bay hasn't been playing because Bay is hurt. But I mean, Kirsten Bell.
Okay.
She's getting a
That's
lot more
almost
minutes.
who I went with too. Yeah, because she's
getting more minutes, but I like what I see when she's out there on the floor. Like, she's giving a good she's a good 2-way player. She's getting a lot better on defense to me. And like when she's knocking them down, she's knocking them down. Her range is pretty good. So yeah, if I had to throw that would be my player.
Okay.
Younger player.
On to the Sparks. And especially now that Samuelson's gone, like mine, like it's going to be a given that they're going to get more playing time, but mine's Zaya Cook. She's averaged 10.6 minutes the last 2 games, and obviously that role is going to increase.
Yeah.
Like, because they don't have, like, truly a true 2 besides her and Lexi now. So I think she's going to be getting closer to that 20-minute mark and everything of playing time. Like, this is going to be her opportunity to shine and be like, hey, you don't need to sign Carly back. I got this. Like, this is her opportunity to do that.
I wouldn't do
that. See if she hits the bell. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I know. I feel you. I feel you though, because Zaya deserves, because she's an excellent, like, she came in and fit like a glove in this rotation. So it's like, I get it. Carly has been playing great though.
She
But I
has.
can't
She
go,
has.
and I would love for them to sign her back when Eurobasket is over. But let's see, who would I pick? Because I feel like the minutes distribution has been pretty solid.
Most part good. Yeah.
It's been very solid. And I'm not gonna do a cop out because there's been several players that have not been integrated into the rotation just yet because they haven't played. But I guess I would like to see, maybe, if I had to pick one. Maybe
This is hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
if you want to go Zaya with me, you can. I'll let you go.
Like, I'm gonna just put it like this. I want to see Clarendon a little bit more, just a little, like a.
They have played really well
because they are killing it.
They really are.
Very quietly, but they have been killing it on both ends. And
I agree.
I've been majorly impressed for somebody who hasn't played in, like, this is like what they missed last year, and they missed the majority of the year before, I think, too. So
yeah, they were in the first half of the season. Then the Lynx signed them, and then yeah.
But I've loved what
I like that
from them. Yep. Absolutely.
Minnesota. I would put Milic. Like, I liked what she showed in spurts. Like, it feels like she's like the only true center on the team, and she's only averaged 4.6 minutes the last 2 games, and I don't think that's acceptable. I do like that Uhas has averaged 35.4. That's a positive for him, but yeah, she deserves to see if she belongs in this league and everything. I think she deserves more of a run, especially since so
she does. Like last year, she played her ass off.
I agree. What's your pick? Oh, I already know. It's Rachel Bannon.
Big Lotto is not. That is not who I'm going.
But shout out to my dance. But like, we got the same dance bag. Appreciate you. Anyway.
Goodness gracious. I'm not quite sure. I mean, just for lack of remembering, I haven't watched that many Lynx games in the past couple of weeks. But if I had to pick a person that I would like to see more, it would be Sif Mitchell. Sif Mitchell has been playing her ass off, and I would want to see more of that.
I'm seeing some MIP love for her. Like, she's played really well. She was a big reason why. Yeah, she was big in that Mystics win and everything. So yeah.
Yep, love her.
New York. Who do you have? I have 2 on this one, so whoever you don't pick, I'll pick the other.
Man, it should be very obvious, but Harlem Han, Han Shu needs to play more. There is no
or at all.
No excuse.
No.
Playing Steph Dolson over Han Shu. No reason for that.
Nope.
Get into why, because we know why.
Yeah, we don't have to
get into why.
But she showed enough clearly last year that
clearly to only improve.
Yep.
Play her. You want to talk about something that pisses me off? I don't want to get into it because it's gonna make me upset. But I am very, very appalled by whatever Brondello is doing over there, because honestly,
she really might get traded, and that's going to end up like 2 players that are going to be starters in the future. Kone and Han are going to, like, 2 things that they're going to regret.
Be flourishing on another team. And New
and
York
JJ's didn't even play that much last game. But anyway,
JJ's not even playing well.
Man, it's frustrating. For me, though,
very frustrating. Yes.
I picked Johannes. She averaged 21 minutes.
Okay.
She needs to be in the 30-minute territory. Like,
yes. You're absolutely right.
I like Laney. I like that is a superstar team. This could be really controversial. I think she's the best player on that team. I think Stewie obviously has one MVP. She is really good, but the things I see from like Marine, like I don't see other players pull off. Like this is like truly, yeah. I don't throw it around a lot. Like I mainly just use it for like Ryan and Asia, but I really think she's like a generational player. Like the things she's like, it's incredible. It's just incredible the passes she does.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can absolutely take over a game, and it's not someone else that people keep saying. So I know I'll probably get there. Anybody that makes it this far in the clip. I'm probably going to get a little for that for saying she's more generational than Stewie, but
I really that was dragging it just a little bit, but
I know
I understand the sentiment because Johannes is a special player. You can't deny that. She is definitely.
And this better not be the last season we get of her because of prioritization. I really hope not.
Yeah,
I really like
hope
her.
not. I feel like,
and maybe I'm going overboard with Stewie, but it's how I feel right now. Like just the differences, like going back to the Dream games last year that were heartbreaking. Without her, the Liberty don't win those games.
Honestly, I remember watching her against the Sparks when they played against the Sparks last year, and she single-handedly kept them in the game. Like, it was a tight game, and they probably could have won that game, but the only reason they were that close is because Johannes was going off. So
we'll see if this holds off. You better go off and have an incredible career because,
I think she'll come back. I feel like she will.
Too. Yeah. But Phoenix.
This is a very like I said, I've not been impressed by anybody except for BG, and BG should be playing as well as she is because like she's BG.
Yeah.
If
I have Avina Westbrook.
Okay.
So she's averaged 2.6 minutes the last 2 games.
I forgot she's
2.6. 2.6. Anyway. I thought she was like an under the radar, like really good signing. I want like low key wanted us to give her an opportunity, and that really makes me mad. So that she is my hands down pick.
Yeah, I guess I'll put I would give more minutes to Onion Warriors. I like Onion Warriors. I think that the way that she was used her rookie year in New York was that should have been able to take off.
That should have been the blueprint, and she hasn't gotten it since. I agree.
She hasn't been
happening in Phoenix either. Yeah,
it's not, and it's pissing me off. I'm like, I want somebody to give her the opportunity to flourish in a system because she can knock down some shots for you, man, and she plays really hard on defense. So I really I want somebody to recognize that and utilize her more.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
What about Seattle?
Ooh, I'm Seattle.
I have 2. You're probably gonna pick one.
Hold on, I'm trying to think because my brain is kind of. You go first. I'll probably
okay, I gotta pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Jordan Horston because this is a team that's probably not gonna make the playoffs. She's a rookie. Like at times she gets usage, but only 13.6 minutes the last 2 games. Like
don't like that.
I don't know. Again, when they got rid of Plaisance, I thought she was going to be the starter. That's what that meant, and I haven't gotten that yet. She got 2 blocks in under 10 minutes. Like, that's like anyway.
Yeah.
I've really liked her athleticism, and the only way she's going to grow is getting more minutes. And I understand like you wanted to have more veterans in than that come back with LA, but you got to integrate her more. Like she's going to be one of your foundational pieces. Also, shout out to DFM that Lakin's brought up. She's barely played, but I think Horston was their highest pick. That's why.
Yeah. I want to see Garantes more.
That was my other one.
You already know.
1.9 the last 2 games.
That's insane. Listen,
insane.
As a Sparks fan, I wanted to fight Ballhead Jr. really bad when he cut Garantes, because I felt like she never was really able to get her footing in LA, really. Even though she started a couple games early in the season, like they were filling out, the rotations, and everybody wasn't there yet, and she got a couple starts to start the season. But like the talent is off the chart.
It is.
The way she plays overseas, she could. I'm not gonna
And
say
at
she could
that World
easily
Cup,
do it.
yeah.
She could do it. She could do it if given the opportunity.
So, no excuse for 1.9 minutes for a player like that.
No excuse.
And
That's insane.
And Jewel needed someone to feed off of, like to fully put off that win, and Garantes could have been that player. So, hey, Glenn.
Could have been.
But, yeah.
Like, honestly. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? But, yeah.
Hey. Mm-hmm. This next one is my other controversial. Washington. I want Amanda Zali B, and I want T-Hawk to get playing minutes. But I am going with someone that averages 31 minutes, and it's not enough. And that's Shakira Austin. I need more. I need her closer to that 40-minute. Like, she should be at, like, 35, 36. Like,
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, I'm glad you're with me on that.
Yeah, I feel you on that, because when Shakira is on the floor, it's a completely different team. Like, her impact is like, come on, it's giving superstar. It is.
I agree.
Superstar.
And have her be used in these minutes, because there's times where they don't use her to her full capacity, like make her a full part of the offense during this time too and everything. She should be touching it at minimum every 2 possessions at least. I would say 2 out of 3 at minimum. So, yeah.
She's insanely good on both ends of the floor.
She is.
But if I had to pick one, AZB, who you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Because
they really
she can give you energy. She can shoot the 3. She spreads your floor. Like, defensively. Like, come on, y'all. Like, I don't understand why this is happening. There's a lot of things that are not making sense on that Washington bench. Won't get into it. But that's a head scratcher for me. Because, like, I can see that being a good little spark to have. I'm just saying.
And I would love Sally B with Hines Allen. That would be something that would be interesting to watch off the bench.
Yes.
So as long as EDD in 2, like, we can't have Shakira and EDD out. Like, that is just flat out not an option for me. I would not do that as a coach or target man. And we'll move on.
Yeah, that was the insider. Like, if y'all watch playback, y'all know exactly what we're talking about. But anyway.
And Glenn, congrats. Like, if you just joined in, like, we talked a lot about your fever. Like, we think they are on the up and up. Like, that was a fantastic effort against the Aces. So
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, I'm sorry, y'all. Thanks for sticking in with us.
Mm-hmm.
For y'all who were with us an hour and a half and everything, shout for Lakin for commenting the whole time with us. We appreciate you, like, man.
As always.
Yeah, I'll post the power rankings we did with, like, the little graphics we have, and then we'll also make our dream predictions. I'll post those as well. Amber won, unfortunately, last time. She won the time before too, so I gotta.
Because
what happens though, Amber? What happens? I get closer on the actual numbers, but you pick the correct player. But I've been getting closer on the numbers.
But it does not
matter. So which one means more?
See, this is the thing, right? When you be quizzing me on playback, do I hit it or do I not?
80%.
Exactly.
Probably
that's
85.
A high success rate. Probably more like 85. I don't have to have exact numbers. I have 2 eyes that are watching the game.
And fantasy, it's the regular season. Meet me in the playoffs. But yeah.
The shade.
Amber does get it. I love her basketball mind. Appreciate it. Like, not a lot of people I could just talk hoops with for an hour and a half on a weekly basis, and then we watch a ton of basketball together. Like
a
ton.
And y'all need to come. Like, if y'all are not watching us on playback, y'all have to catch us on playback. We are on multiple times a week. We have a great time. So if you're not watching,
tomorrow is the next time we'll be on. So
yes, it's gonna be a
Playback has an app now, like their own official app. You don't have to go. I forget what the other one was called, but anyway, you can just test flight. Yes, you can just type in Playback, and they're on the App Store now. Not on Android yet. I'm hoping that comes soon, but they are on iPhone. So yes. And if you're not following us, follow us. So that's all I got to say. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. This was a lot of fun, and we will see you throughout the week. Dream, you better beat the Liberty.
Yes, don't do it non-negotiable.
By the way, I'm sorry. I don't care what game is after. If the Dream lose to the Liberty, I'm off. I'm putting that out there, right? I'm not going to be in a good mood. I won't be able to do another game after that.
Don't even worry about it. Like, if I have to carry on, I will carry on, okay?
Because I already know myself. I'm going to be, I don't care how we lose.
Who's playing on Friday after that?
Because I know
if it's a Sparks game, I'm definitely saying you just change it to that game, and then I'll stay on and talk junk with everybody.
It is the Sparks and Storm. So I hope I'm going to be there for that. So Dream,
hold up.
Let me come back.
Friday?
What am I talking? That's Tuesday. Hold on.
I was about to say, that sounds like tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
The Sky. Ooh, that's a good game. Ooh. Darn it.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, you gonna have to listen. You gonna have to suck it up if we lose. We're not gonna lose that game, but if we lose,
Sky is awfully good. I might.
That's gonna be a day.
I might be retract.
Retract.
But I will be Bah Humbug. I'll be in a Bah Humbug mood, but I might watch. So.
Okay, that's fine. Like, you're in that mood a lot, so it's fine. Dang. You give Scrooge just a little sometimes. It's okay.
But yeah, Sky Sparks and Mystic Storm on at the same time, so we can switch.
We
probably won't be switching. Yeah, we won't.
Yeah, we're not gonna be switching. Nah,
they're on at the same time, so.
Yeah, we're not.
And there is a 30-minute break for me to recuperate. You're right. I would
exactly.
To get 30 minutes to get myself together. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So.
That's what I thought. All right.
But we'll be back on Tuesday, and that's where the Sparks play the Storm, and then we'll be starting. Which one do you want? Since we're on here, anybody that's in the chat, would you rather have Aces Sun or Fever Sky?
Ooh, that's a very interesting question.
One starts at 6 and one at 7, so maybe we'll start at 6 and do that thing. So we'll discuss it.
Do that. Yeah, we'll discuss. Y'all just let us know in the comments or hit us up
on Twitter.
But
yeah. Thanks again. I'm gonna close it out now. Whatever game benefits our agenda the most. I agree.
Exactly.
And that would be the Aces destroying the Sun and forcing them to play their bench. That would be my initiative. So
okay. All right. That's fair.
But again, Dream beat the Liberty. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you on the TL and on Playback. Bye.
Y'all wait.